The tight end Overmeyer in motion. McCown in the flat, incomplete off the hand. He is lined up over the right tackle. And on third down and a passing down, Cassius has that lean and hungry look. As the saying goes, such men are dangerous. McCown looking for that inside screen. It goes nowhere. Overmeyer hit immediately by Bryce Anderson, the safety.
Just can't really get any consistency in the passing game. Overmeyer, as you mentioned, the tight end. They've got Houston Thomas and then Dan Dishman. Three really good tight ends.
Concepcion, former NC State wideout, waiting at the 15. Comes up to the 20. He doesn't need much space. Concepcion across midfield, down the sideline, gets a block, one man to beat, and a house call, and the Aggies have their first touchdown of the season.
That's how you introduce yourself to a new fan base, right there.
And Circle's kick makes it 7-0 Aggies. KC Concepcion, an 80-yard punt return.
It's the one thing, and coaches obviously prepare for it, but you're so worried about offense. Is the offense going to be ready to go? The defense, who's our best player? And then special teams. It's the fastest way to change the course of a game. One play and a score for Texas A&M. What a return. And we knew he had it in him. He did it and showed it at NC State. He brings it right here to College Station.
Jet motion and sweeps that you can run with Concepcion.
And he doesn't get the credit for being a good edge blocker, an unselfish player. You got to have those. If you're running the football over and over or throwing it quick out to the flat, you got.
Now with the holder, fair catch called for by Makai Anderson. Hey, we're all excited about this.
Of a quarterback.
Hand off to Henry. Runs into a massive maroon, a gain of 3.
We talk about McCown. He'll stand in the pocket until the last possible second to make a throw. He's obviously, we saw it on full display already, where he can move around and complete passes. Just like everything about him. And his toughness it's always on display.
McCown lets it fly. A lot of contact with Lee and McCown. Able to thread it to Houston Thomas, the College Station native who played his high school ball just 15 minutes from here and actually graduated high school with Mike Elko's son.
What a nice job by Owen McCown. That's what we just talked about, and he's standing in right there. He's going to get popped, and he knows it. And he stands right in, completes a nice one to Houston Thomas, the big tight end that's kind of known for his receiving skills. He can really stretch the field.
Ball came out. McCown able to cover it up. Paul?
Yeah, the
quick screen, dangerous throw. Henry makes the catch. Tyreek Chappelle was right there, almost had it. And crowds the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they got a lot of them. Here they come.
It's a handoff to Henry. Perfect play call. Henry into the second level. His helmet came off, and it's a first down for UTSA.
How about this response?
Henry out of the game by rule. His helmet came off. Inside shovel to Overmeyer, one of the tight ends. They've got 3 they really like. And Thomas, Overmeyer, and Dishman.
Yeah, Overmeyer's a good young player who's really developed in this system out of Kingwood, Texas, Kingwood Park High School.
Screen pass. It's McEwen looking for space. Bottled up, but not before he picks up a first down.
It's a nice job at the end of that, but it's what you don't do as catching a quick screen. You catch it, you get vertical right away, and your idea in that play, just to pick up the first down if you're the receiver. Don't start dancing around and come up short. He had the first down initially.
McEwen in motion.
Zone coverage here by A&M.
Off the pump fake. McCown drives one incomplete, threw it behind Overmeyer. Now, one thing to watch, UTSA has
Just get in a situation where you can get to 4th and short.
back to Henry, who is wrestled down by Marcus Ratcliffe.
Be a screen pass, but something to get to 4th and short, maybe even 4th and medium. They're going to take a timeout.
Zone facing a 3rd and 9. McCown puts it in the belly of Henry, and that play call leads you to believe they called the timeout, and probably with Michael Petro. High snap. Petro's kick gets UTSA on the board with 1:53 to go.
Him than LeBron had coming out of high school. I really do.
Line drive kick fielded inside the 5 by the speedy Terry Bussey. A&M already had a punt return touchdown. Bussey stiff arm and then ankle tackled across the 35-yard line by Joffer Murphy. Marcel Reed, 3 out of 4 passing, hands it off, and Owens tripped up. Owens, Le'Veon Moss, Amari Daniels, E.J. Smith. A great offensive line, a running quarterback, and then we've already seen the speed on display from both Bussey and Concepcion. Those guys as receivers certainly factor into the run game as well.
Defense is tackling well in space. Got to get the special teams up to speed for UTSA.
Reed's got time. Rifles one in traffic, and it's
nice.
Complete. Nate Borkercher, one of his tight ends. Time for a studio update. Here's Matt Barry.
Get him. It is for college football fans, right?
1,000% is a happy new year. Off the play fake. Reed loads up. Concepcion wide open, and he overthrows. Amari Daniels now the running back. He gets the call straight ahead. Tornadoes to the 44-yard line. Daniels took over as the lead back.
On the field, you just can't do it against great athletes.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank y'all.
So Jeff Traylor expecting this to be 4-down territory. It's Daniels, flag down.
It's coming back with a hold.
Defense that essentially replaced every starter. Clean pocket for Reed. Drives one to Concepcion for a first down. Boy, he has fit this
His progression to the other. That's playing the position.
Mario Craver, the motion man, back to the air. Quick throw near sideline. It's Terry Bussey, the reception. Gain of 5.
He's kind of the Swiss Army knife for this offense. They'll line him up everywhere. Very versatile in terms of
Screen pass. Craver, the Mississippi State transfer, in for the score.
their cornerback just with a little extra there.
PAT by Circle is good.
Him right with his momentum and kind of carries him forward. He's able to pay it off.
McCown over the middle. Again, the College Station native, Houston Thomas.
Almost feel like
SEC. They've never beaten the top 25 team. Will Henderson. He's got great speed. He's actually a sprinter on the UTSA track team. Moves the chains with a gain of 8.
the state 100-meter runner-up. He ran 10.4, and that's in the state of Texas. So
McCown to McEwen, the Mac attack, and nothing going on there. That's a loss of 3 on the play. Tackle made.
give yourself a chance on 3rd and medium.
Henderson goes wide. Henderson on the tunnel. Breaks a tackle. For a guy known for his straight line speed, he's got a little physicality.
Still going.
And a first down to midfield, a gain of a baker's dozen.
You know, he had a heck of a high school career.
New screen pass. Overmeyer could not hang on.
I'll tell you what, this Marcus Ratcliffe, he's flying around.
Amador in motion. Up the middle again, and Henderson's been a nice change of pace here. Tyler Onyeta, the Iowa State transfer, makes the tackle after a game. He likes to be aggressive. He even joked with us. He said, we might have a couple of fourth down calls where you guys are scratching your heads upstairs. On the RPO, a first down for Amador inside the 30. Number 10, Marco Jones. Again, the RPO, the slant. And it's caught by Amador again. Another first down to the 15.
In the red zone.
A team that dealt with a ton of injuries a year ago. Henry on the cutback. Amador the block on the edge, and Henry tiptoes the sideline for a roadrunner. And starters, but guys who could play. And as many plays run. Bussey. He has electric speed. Rumbles across the 30. A while back in there. He was the SEC's leading rusher last year before getting hurt. That's for his ACL and MCL, and his first carry goes for 12 yards. Reed underneath. That's forfeiture. It almost feels that Marcel Reed is getting a bit of a showcase to begin this game to show people.
14 yards here in the first half.
That has been surprising. Concepcion, the motion man. Reed, strong throw, finds a seam, and a first down inside the 30-yard line.
Marcel Reed.
Reed looked like a little miscommunication there with Bussey coming on jet motion. It's a loss of about a yard on the play.
Nice job by Wimberly. He's kind of got the front portion of the jersey of Marcel Reed. Brought him down, and we just talked about they needed some penetration, needed to disrupt the flow of what he was doing on this drive, and that's a heck of a play by Wimberly.
A timeout by the Roadrunners.
Takes its second timeout of the half.
Wimberly is looking to take that next step. We've been saying it for a long time. Reed to Concepcion. And he hears the highway. He's got 2 TDs and could very easily have had a third. He was wide open.
My goodness.
And to kick it away. Huge field advantages in college football.
It's the toughest place in college football to play.
Henderson! Driven down. That's a Scooby sack, kind of. It's a big TFL for Scooby Williams.
Well, you talk about form tackling. Scooby Williams comes right through, waits it out, and I mean, keeps his legs moving, driving. But what a tackle by Scooby Williams. Now behind the chains once again is UTSA.
Scooby at 7.5 TFLs last year. Inside pressure juggled by Henderson, and that was probably the best possible outcome that he dropped the ball.
No doubt, and I thought it may be a late hit to pick up a first down. Take what's there.
They just run the ball. Henry has a seam, and he got enough to move the chains. Needed 13, picked up 13.
Well, he's playing some big boy football, isn't he? Really elusive runner, but can be tough when you need him between the tackles. Nice job in the middle of that formation by the UTSA offensive line. They're moving some bodies. Ben Rios, Darrell, big rail at right guard.
Robert Henry, former JUCO Offensive Player of the Year. 3rd season with the Roadrunners, averaging 8 yards a carry. Gets it again. Powers to the 40-yard line, a gain of 5. Bryce Anderson, the flag down.
Looked like Rios may have been late with a snap. They have on the mound is just throw straight gas.
I got a feeling that's him in the bullpen too. Henry, another big run. Will Lee in pursuit, and Robert Henry picks up
the success they're having between the tackles, not just on the edges, but between both tackles.
That's a backward pass. Overmeyer or rather Amador. He's their gadget guy.
Remember,
second and long. This is likely 4-down territory for UTSA.
That is the 2-minute timeout.
And we
came after a much-needed rest.
He's got 91 yards rushing. McCown on the slant. That's caught. And another first down. DJ Allen, second season with the Roadrunners. Here's Henry. Hammerheads to the 26, a gain of 4.
He's been well coached. And now coaching up running backs at UTSA.
Off the RPO, thrown behind McEwen. And it's going to bring.
And short, you're going to go for it.
McCown downfield into coverage. Almost intercepted.
Guess who?
Rat from 43. Missed it. The Bill. Reed flushed. Throws on the run, incomplete, intended for Craver.
And that's exactly what UTSA, Reed, was able to get away from it.
Aggies have all 3 timeouts. Craver, who's got a touchdown, that'll momentarily stop the clock.
The thing you have to do here at quarterback.
Reed steps up.
Nice.
Lets it fly. Incomplete, intended for Bethel Roman.
And that nice comment of
the clock starting on the signal with a first down. Reed under pressure. Has the 40. That'll keep the clock running. And now the Aggies burn one of their 3 timeouts. Kyle Roberts
and Colin Klein.
Pressure off the edge. The slant is caught. A first down by Craver. Gain of 20 on the play. That'll momentarily stop the clock.
Texas A&M takes their second time.
After pass, he has gotten hot here lately, Anish.
Reed in the pocket. And he overshoots his tight end, Theo Mellon-Orstrom.
You know who one of the happiest guys in the U.S. is right now? Dari Noka. Because of the Oklahoma City Thunder winning a championship. He was wearing me out on the texting me about it. Yeah, he's one of the biggest OKC fans there is. And just wearing me out. Okay, we got something for you this year. Being a Mavericks fan. Well, Cooper Flag coming to town.
What about the guy who left?
I'm okay with the trade.
On second down, Reed. Smith picks up the blitz. And incomplete. Intended for Bethel Roman. Third down, 12-second on it.
If not, get to the locker room without giving up a big play defensively.
Reed off his back foot. Incomplete. Fourth down and limping after the play is Terry Buck. Over the head of Amador. It takes an Aggie bounce. Owen McCown under center. Gives to Robert Henry. He's been a bright spot. Big hole for Henry. Off to the races. Henry with a house call. On just 12 carries, now 2 touchdowns. Point after by Petro. And on one play, UTSA has made this a 1-score game as we check in with Paul Carcaterra. 77 rushing yards. A&M will bring it out to the
Let's go back and take a look at that touchdown run by Robert Henry. I mean, right up the gut, he makes the defender miss, and then a move to just shake the safety, Bryce Anderson, and now it's just a foot race. Can I get to the end zone? Do I have enough left to get there? They can't catch him. He houses it for 75 yards, puts his team right back.
The tight end in motion. Into the belly of Le'Veon Moss. That's what he does. He moves forward for a gain of 2.
You know, with all the experience in the offense, let's compare offensive lines for a second. They only have 9 carries in the first half for Texas A&M. 32 yards on the ground. And then you flip it over to UTSA. They've outgained them just about everywhere except the scoreboard. Special teams is why A&M leads this game.
Great.
Stuff, right? If I'm getting the answers, then we got to toughen up the questions.
On third down, corner blitz, it's tipped. Is that a live ball? No whistle, it's picked up by UTSA. And down inside the 15-yard line, Jakevian Rogers.
We got to take a look at this to see if it was in.
Yeah, that looks to be a forward pass.
Yeah, just, I mean, not by much, but it was. DSA, one play and a touchdown, and now you're forcing a punt. You're going to get the ball right back.
Fair catch made by Amador near the 20 after a punt of 52.
Able to bounce it outside and find pay dirt.
Will Henderson, who doubles as a sprinter on the Roadrunner track team, picks up 3. Marcus Ratliff with another stop.
Legit speed. He has legit track speed. So you got Robert Henry doing his thing. And then if you take a breather because Will Henderson comes in, you might be in a foot race if you let him loose.
Anderson met immediately, a gain of a yard. Albert Regis getting in there. He's their best run stop.
Brent Smith came here to Texas A&M.
Anderson churning out to the 38. Regis again got in there, and it brings up third down.
This is where you got to take care of the football if you're when the count don't.
McCown loads up. One-on-one, incomplete. Des Ricks
To have Mr. placed in front of his name tonight.
former ACC Rookie of the Year at NC State. This time a fair catch called for and made after a 47-yard punt from Hogan. Hang on. Yard catch. 4 catches, 70 yards for the former Mississippi State Bulldog. Melvin Orstrom, the tight end.
The young man was already on campus when they got here.
Ruben Owens. He's got enough to move the chains. Owens remains as the running back. Reed with time. Lets it fly. A lot of contact. Incomplete for Concepcion. Got hands on 2nd and 10. Owens, jump cut with space. Owens crashes inside the 25. A gain of 30.
Saw the missed tackles against Mario Craver on the outside. There, it's inside with Ruben Owens. And they're there. Orchestrated here by Marcel Reed.
Reed will throw. Open man. It's the tight end, Melvin Orstrom. A gain of 16. Another first down. Is the running back. Part of that deep stable of backs. Reed again to the air. Back of the end zone, wide open. Touchdown, Aggies.
Texas A&M then moved the linebacker when he was at TCU and obviously stayed at that position at UTSA. And I think after a hit like that, you want to move back to wide receiver.
Reed will take off. Steps out of bounds, shy of the goal line. Marked out at the 1-yard line. 4th and goal.
Driving me crazy, don't you?
Timeout, Mike Elko.
Hey, you get a stop in the backfield and the ball. So let's see if they can indeed get some type of penetration.
2 tight ends right. Reed keeps. Pitches to his tight end. Touchdown, Theo Melvin by Zirkle is true.
We met years ago I think it was either the Heisman or the draft, and he told me he wouldn't have planted that seed, and he certainly planted it with me.
Robert Henry on first down. Swarmed in a sea of maroon. Ryland Kennedy led the charge. Henry's been the big bright spot offensively. 13 carries, 171 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Very least a field goal.
Chappelle coming on a nickel blitz. Not much going on. Kennedy gets in there again.
Shovel pass
by Overmeyer. We've seen that a few times now.
Yeah, a little shovel pass. That takes me back.
Here comes the blitz. The screen goes through the hands of Willie McCoy.
Well, that's hard to handle, though.
He's got a chance here from inside the 20. Across the 30, losing his balance.
And can't shake it fast enough.
Reed with plenty of time. Rifles one to Craver into Roadrunner territory. A gain of 24 for Craver. Moss inside the 40, Banks again with the stop, a gain of 5. Games of the season. Reed will run. Moss's lead blocker throws a mean block to Spring Reed for an extra few yards a gain.
Coverage one-on-one up top.
Play clock expires.
Delay a game on the offense. 5 yards.
Bring a physicality and a toughness back to A&M.
One-on-one up top.
Instead, Reed again to run. And gets close to the original line of scrimmage. Darian White brings him down. Low throw. It's caught by Craver. Down the sideline. Touchdown Aggies.
They miss him in Starkville.
PAT is good. And Texas A&M. Randy Bond kicks it away. UTSA ball at the 25. Screen pass goes awry.